Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you can find yourself in the situation, right, after dealing with the narcissist involved in your life, like wasting real important energy trying to explain to others what you have been through. And let's just take it as what it is. People do not understand you. They don't understand it. You will tell friends. You will tell family members. If this was a romantic relationship you're involved with the narcissist in your life, their advice will be, don't worry about it. Get back out there. Meet someone new. You know, put your glad rags on and go to the nearest bar or the nearest club and meet someone new. That's what their advice is going to be. That's their level. That's their level of comprehension. It's no fault of their own. They haven't been through it like you have. They haven't been through the abuse. They haven't endured the horrible treatment that you've endured. They just don't understand. And look, the thing is if these are good people, good friends, good family members, they do want what's best for you, you know? They do want what's best for you. And seeing you hurt, upset, you know, down, it's not how they want to see you. They want to see you shining bright like your normal self, right? They want to see you back at your normal self, right? So within their comprehension, they try to tell you things to do, which is really counterintuitive. It doesn't really benefit you, you know? Because if you do listen to their advice and you do go out to the club or the bar or something like that, you're going to feel alone. You know, you're going to probably wish you were back at home. Like, you've got a long healing journey to do ahead of you. And these kind of environments aren't really good after you've just been through narcissistic abuse. They're not really good. And meeting someone new, even if you do meet someone new that is genuine and pure and empathetic and kind and loving and honest and true, you're not going to be even ready to meet someone like that because you haven't healed enough, right? So what I'm trying to say to you is, don't seek advice from people who do not understand. It's trial and error. Naturally, when you go through the abuse that you went through, you confide in your nearest and dearest. You confide in them. You expect some kind of help. You want some help. You need help, right? But the fact of the matter is, these people will not be able to help you. It's not because they're horrible people. It's not because they don't care about you. They generally care about you. They want what's best for you. But it's just beyond their comprehension, the abuse that you've endured. It's just way beyond their comprehension. So what you should do is seek out fellow like-minded individuals. You all connect so well in the comments section. It's why I'm bringing up this upcoming event at the end of this month on the 30th, the Empath group meeting. That way, you know, you might be able to exchange business cards or social media at the end of the meeting and stay in touch with people who are on your wavelength. Create a friend, someone who understands you, someone who you can confide in about your healing journey, things like that. There's also things like Reddit and community forums that can tremendously help with you as well. You know, this can be a tremendous help because you're connecting with people who are on the same page as you, who have been through abuse, who maybe are struggling just like you are, and you connect with people who are on the same page. There's also like I think it's called Samaritans in the UK. I don't know if they're aware of narcissistic abuse, but sometimes if you're alone and you don't have no one around, you don't even have any friends or family around to even try to attempt to get them to understand, you know, or even if you do have friends and family around that don't understand, There's also like phone lines that you can call up and you can speak to a stranger that will help. It's therapeutic to express. That's why it's in your innate nature to want to express, to want to speak to people who can give you some feedback and give you some support and give you some help, right? It will feel that way, you know? But that's why you feel such a connection to the videos, you know? Not just this channel, our channel, but other channels alike. You feel a connection to these channels because you're listening to people who have been through narcissistic abuse, right? You know I run one-to-one sessions. You know I'll be able to shed some light on your situation and help you out if you book a one-to-one session. I'm also running crisis email support for those that don't feel to be on a video call, doing a one-to-one session or joining the empath group meeting. You can always reach out for support with the the crisis email support, you know. But look, there might be someone in your circle who does understand to a certain degree. And if they do understand to a certain degree, talk to them at their level. You know, perhaps a better approach if you are trying to speak to people who haven't been through narcissistic abuse is not talk the terminology that you know, gaslighting, manipulation. Like you could sum it up as they manipulated you, they put you down. Rather than saying devaluation, you could say, oh, this person put you down, etc. Or you could say, this person made me try to believe things that are untrue. And that could be gaslighting. You could try and break it down to them in a way that they'll understand. You've got to try and talk to them at their level because you're talking to someone who is not on your wavelength completely, you know. So all I'm trying to say to you is it is very important to find someone to confide in. It is very, people just don't understand, but it is finding the right person to confide in is crucial because it really helps you on your healing journey. Please press the like and the subscribe button, help the brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But finding the right person to help you on your healing journey, it can go a long way. You know, it can really go a long way. It can really, really help you. You see, during my healing journey, early days, I didn't have someone to confide in or talk to, you know. I didn't have anyone that understood. I remember I spoke to a friend once and he said his advice was it could always be worse. And although I thought that was pretty shit advice at the time when I heard it, it was actually quite good advice because it did get a lot worse. But the point being that I'm making is I didn't have someone to speak to about my issues. And also the videos that I was watching on narcissistic abuse, I'm not criticizing other channels now, but I felt like they emphasized too much on the narcissist. And I didn't feel a draw. Is that the right word? I didn't feel the necessity or the draw to reach out and have a one-to-one session with those individuals. I just didn't feel it. Same way like you might not feel like it's necessary to have a one-to-one session with me. You know, I'm just putting it out there for those that do feel like they would like a one-to-one session with me. That's how I felt with the channels that I was watching. Later, further down the line, when I was more healed and didn't really need to speak to anyone anymore, I did discover some other channels, some great channels that are good as well, you know, and they helped me tremendously on my healing journey. But I was just benefiting from digesting the content. I didn't really need to speak to anyone by that point. Plus, I was on the path of like leading a solitary life, rolling solo, living in solitude. I felt empowered by being alone. I felt empowered by being alone, you know? So I didn't really feel the need to reach out to anyone for a session at that particular point in time. But early on days, I didn't feel a connection with the channels that I was digesting. You know, I was watching a lot of these AI channels as well. Although they are good, some of them are good, I just don't feel a connection with AI. There were some other channels that they are great channels. They're all doing their work. You know, I'm not criticizing anyone who's shedding light on narcissistic abuse, but it's just I feel like they emphasize too much on the narcissist and don't empower the empath and don't let the empath know how special they are. You know, and that's why I've dedicated this channel, our channel, towards more focused on the empath's recovery and healing, as opposed to emphasizing on the narcissistic nature. You do hear me talk about the narcissistic nature, but just bringing you the raw truth on subjects regarding narcissistic abuse, bringing spiritual light to spiritual darkness. You know, that's what I aim to do, you know, because you can be really lost in the fog at moments in time, you know. So what I'm trying to say to you is it's very important that you find someone to confide in, whoever it is, someone trusted, you know, someone who, if you're talking to a friend or family member who has no idea, just break it down to them bit by bit. You know, don't overload them because they won't get it. You know, break it down to them and talk to them at their level. You're not better than them. I'm not saying you're better than them. I'm just saying they haven't been through what you've gone through. So talk to them at their level that they can understand and give you some feedback and some help. You know, and like I said, if you would like a one-to-one session with me, you can always reach out and book a one-to-one session with me. If you'd like to join the empath group meeting at the end of the month, that's coming up on the 30th. Or if you would like crisis email support, the links for all these will be in the description box. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like to know more about why you need to remember what happened, please click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.